with some intel, but if it doesn't hit, he's just thinking the rack over by Bridge, but if grabbed by Bridge, you imagine a freebie kill on your own teammate, no longer feeling like Teej.
He curved that baddie too, looking great. Clayster just getting in the way. Well, Teej gets the first blood either way, so he rights the wrong as best he can, but the bomb has gone down over by B. Here comes the retake from the Ravens. Similar story for Vegas now on the defense.
Smoked out, blocked line of sight on Purge, but he's trusting his teammate Geo just to watch the bomb. Bomb's completely free. No one's crossed over towards Bridge, so Purge can play a little bit safer, or you can bait it out your own teammates. Attach, last alive, 15 seconds off the clock, and someone is on the bomb. Did he just get the timing? Timing, catch these timings! Get some both!
Oh, he gets it, he gets it.
Oh no, Attach has just done it now! That's the round!
Oh my god.
Vegas answer back with another absolute blinding 1v3.
Nah, they are trolling. This is horrific work, a damn near war crime out of Ravens. None of what happens in that round makes sense. You kill your own teammate with a cruise missile, then you get all the kills after the fact because Vegas trolled back, pushing through the smokes, and then you say, nah, let's not post up and watch over our teammate. They're running in circles and costing each other.
Dude, was that the hi, I'm Johnny Knox for welcome to Jackass moment of the tournament? I think it might have been.
Just about, man.
I think it might have been. Wow, there you go. Well, the cruise is gone. We're not going to worry about that for a long time.
Okay, good move.
Teej manages to nail a peach onto Perch. Here we go.
I do not trust them at all, even with the man advantage, though. I am nervous still for Carolina, but there you go. Felony rips Geo off the heady by Bridge. You get the bomb down. It's a 4v2. This is impossible to lose.
You say it. You say it. Anything's possible. Attach is on 2 HP. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Covering fire there from Nero. 35 seconds. It's a 4v2. Clay holds it down.
1v4 for Nero.
Nero's all alone now in a 1v4. There's no hope, right?
Look, maybe Carolina are just cursed in some capacity, so they're getting all the bad juju out of their system in that one round. So that one, much more clean. The shot's on point. You get the first blood. Felony's got the coverage from top third. That is a hyper-efficient round. Ravens with a decent amount of success over towards the B site.
From Dirty Dill.
You just got to troll a bit. Get it out of your system.
Have some fun, man. Have some fun.
That's not a fun moment. That's not what that is. That's not fun at all.
More of a match than it was 15 minutes ago.
Watch this cruise missile. Wow, good times though, good times. Teej looking towards 10 kills. His first bloods have been on point as well. Gwyn, the last kill of that previous round. His first to 6 here in Search and Destroy, so the Ravens etching closer to the victory, but Vegas, do not count them out. It has been blow for blow, back and forth so far. And you have the bomb at least leaning towards this A side. It's not going to be aggressive because it's a 2-2 split right now, but long term, you expect this might be where the action is taking place. It's double stacked though for Gwyn and TJ, so Carolina have made the perfect counter on the defensive end.
Oh no.
Gwyn somehow managed to hop away to get one.
No,
Second, as Gwyn lives to fight another day. Purge, you're in trouble now. Gwyn's looking for 3. He doesn't need it. The teamwork is flowing right now as Gwyn and TJ on that side of the map. The 10th kill found. Geo all alone.
That stat completely on point. If there wasn't 3 there, maybe things could have been different, but Carolina, again, the perfect strat in the moment, and Clayster, the PF flyers on.
Whoa.
Making moves, but doesn't hit a bullet. 40 seconds to work with. Geo, this is not a fun situation. He has no intel on where these two players are going to be, but maybe a little bit of time if he can get active to try to create just a little bit of magic, because you see number 4, number 3, they're completely split.
Yeah. Gwyn, oh, no way. I thought Gio was going to do it. I might have heard the creak of that door.
He's about to get caught down
possible.
In the back, maybe?
The bomb recovery is an option here. 13 seconds. Gwyn can see it, though.
He didn't even pick it up, though. He didn't give himself a chance in this round at all.
There you go.
Okay.
A worthy gunfire attempt there from Gio, but the Ravens find another. Wonderful teamwork from them there. Map point.
Yeah, credit to Gwyn as well, getting that initial 2-piece, and then TJ and Clayster were both nearby, or Felony rather, sorry, not Clayster, to make sure they stack the right site. So that is a nice blind counter. The intel coming through there from Carolina in another strong round as well.
Right now.
I'm telling you, man, you get the trolls out of your system, you're feeling great after this point.
Oh, don't jinx it, brother.
There is no 5-3 curse.
There is no 5-3 curse.
Between Vegas and Carolina, there's been
attacking round for the Ravens, looking to close out the Search and Destroy. Can they get it done? They've left the bomb.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. It's Renetti's and MCWs. It's rival nines and frag grenades. Clay's double back for it. Ah, what a coward. Geo with the suppression there. Tej is not going to be able to get into the fight. Felony, though, from top, he might be able to get on that player and at least give Tej the space to work forward. He has that smoke as well to work with.
Purge again. He's getting active.
No.
Yeah, gets caught again, though. This time it's Felony responsible for it. So, again, we have Purge. We know what he likes to do on the map. Carolina played around it perfectly. And now because the kill came through over by the B site, A is completely open.
It's gonna be somebody going to read this, though.
A free bomb plant.
Somebody's going to read it.
And Clayster,
okay, 6 and 7.
not quite planning it for the default spot. But you can still check it from a few angles. You get pushed out P2. You got someone watching the junk flank as well. 4v3
is going to be a
Carolina
back here.
Looking to tie this series up.
We're asking for something special here, Vegas.
Gwen could call,
Clay, eyes on attach, keeping him pinned down. The rest of the boys making their way through. That's tough work. Geo and Nero have got to go huge just to stay alive in the map.
Oh, Geo's
up next. Tej, immaculate beams. There it is. The SMG duo of the Ravens close out the map.
Predicted this on my pick.
We're all back to square one. It is 1-1 here in this elimination matchup.
They got the bad vibes out of their system. It's fine. We're good. The Cruise team kill. Who cares? Ended up being somewhat of a dominant performance as well. Gwen finished with 9 kills. TJ ended up with double digits as well. So that SMG duo putting in some serious work. I know Clayster and Felony effectively taking turns, catching Purge, trying to be aggressive. So the teamwork and coordination outside of that one pesky little round, absolutely there. And those adjustments in the pick and bans, I'd say, from Carolina, finally showing off the good stuff.
Yeah, pesky round indeed. We got that one out of the way. A fun 10-minute Karachi. I must admit that one flew by. Stat screen there for you folks, those of you who do love the counting. But a great one there. So Purge unable to keep up his historic gameplay from the Skid Row hard point into the search and destroy. A great first round. After that, fizzled out a bit. The Ravens will bounce back. They will tie up the series. We still fizzled out a bit. The Raven hard point into the.
Okay, let's see. Geo, Nero with a bit of a stinker. Nobody positive on the side of Vegas. It really comes down to freaking Tej and Gwen. I mean, Tej on the 8 spree.
The search and destroy. A great first round. After that, fizzled out. Control here in this elimination matchup. One of these teams is going home, folks. The other will march onwards to continue playing later on today here in Major 2. So Las Vegas Legion. It's Carolina Royal Ravens. This is the CDL. Upgrade your game with a Scuff. Save $30 on the official CDL collection at scuff.co/CDL.
Get better with a Scuff, the first performance gaming controller. Visit scuff.co/CDL to change your game. The Call of Duty Week is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
just God mode attach right now. Attach right over the top of the car. Oh, it's clean. A 1v3.
Nero is not slowing down. Finds his third of the map. Make it 4. Let this young man get hot. It's gonna be hard to stop him. Finds an ace on the round through the middle of the map.
Purge gets the double kill as well.
Geo pops off.
Oh, okay, Gio, I see you, baby.
Nero is all across the map. 7 in a row for him.
Vegas Legion clutch up 3-0.
Mama. Even against Toronto. I just don't see Vegas losing. He respawned to Carolina. I mean, it's pretty wrong. But, geez. Because I thought when I picked 3-1 Ravens, I thought Ravens would probably win the search. Because, I mean, you got to think Teach, Gwen, Clay.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Straight into our scuff play of the game. We're giving it to TJ the Iceman with his brilliant 1v3.
And it is just quality work again.
Nice
At this point, there's so little time on the clock after the plant that even though Felony dies, TJ knows, check the bomb and, well, just pick a hiding spot and Purge. He just guesses wrong.
Yeah,
TJ, a little bit too sneaky, and after that, just makes it free. That's also the play that earned him the cruise missile, which I think long-term, maybe TJ, don't call him in. It's all good.
It's all good. You got this, baby. Don't necessarily need him. The idea of the cruise more dangerous than your cruise is for the other team anyway.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Maybe get the intel, but just spin that bad boy off the map. Keep him away from Clayster. But again, he's a vet player. I don't know what happened to the comms in that moment, but him and Clayster just absolutely having a little bit too much fun on the main stage. But they got the messy business out of the way. Now they're locked in focus for this Karachi Control.
Indeed. Karachi Control, map number 3 here in our elimination matchup.
Vegas if they go 5.
We'll see who walks away with the lead here in this series. A tough one as well. I mean, both teams' chance. I don't know which way I'm dressing. But I hate to say it, but for the Monster Energy pregame for Carolina Royal Ravens, 99 problems and control map pool is 1 AAA.
I mean, of the 99 problems, it's at least like maybe 30 or 35 of them. I know Clayster has had an especially bad run of control for the past few years, like Vegas Legion last year when he was on the squad. Same thing, one of the historically worst control teams we have had, and well, they haven't not exactly made the adjustments. On the flip side, on the defensive end for Vegas, 19-2 on defense is insane. I know a lot of those do come on invasion, but Karachi, they've been looking strong as well.
Oh, here we go. 2 zones, 30 lives each side. We take turns attacking and defending. Placed it into the A zone, stops the game clock. His teammates are getting stopped all over the map though.
And this is the only help he's getting right now, the support around the actual time. And, well, Felony was able to give you 2, but he got naded off the opening break. Makes your job that much more difficult. TJ trying to make a play towards B, but he's getting caught. Fellow right now. The shining light for the team, staying active, keeping that pressure on as the A capture continues.
There's 2 players now in the zone as Gwyn and Clayster getting the job done a lot faster. Felony's 4, Spree now continues, looking for 5. Oh, he gets it! There was a very unfortunate moment there of a team fire, but either way, finds a kill, buys the time, gets some info, and that is A captured.
That is beautiful work, and again, you can see their idea too, just flooding the point. Clayster's not playing foul positions, looking for kills. Just get on the time and keep that pressure rolling. Now he's going to be top red. Decent damage done, but no kills coming through. Trying to wait for his teammates, and the teamwork there, perfect. Clay was about to get traded. TJ's got his back, and this is 3 players grouped together. But him and TJ, man, stay away from each other. I don't know.
Literal blue on blue there, boys. Chill. Nero and Purge. Great defensive work. TJ managed to cut his way through the defense. In he now goes to B. That's the slow cap. A single man for now, but you have the numbers to work out. Reinforcements from the Ravens through the middle of the map.
Oh, and TJ just spotted them all. 2 players in the long alley, 1 top red. Gwyn's hunting for a few of them, and TJ right now has to just be the motor mouth in the comms. It's a 3 down. Everybody off the intel from T just picking up their kills, and now he's going to stack the zone and watch it fly.
2-man capture. 1 player for the Vegas Legion on the flank. It's going to be Nero. Can he cause the damage? Here comes the 3rd man on the stack, potentially. Fellow locking it down. Keeping these players at bay. That's the round.
There you go. Nero not even close enough to fight the point at the end, and that is at a lightning pace that they just said. You saw the idea was all about the objective there from Carolina right from the opening break. Barely any power positions being played. It is get on the objective and go from there. And for Vegas Legion, the 19-2 record they had up on the defensive end in control. Well, say goodbye to that. As Felony popping off in that round, 8 kills. Him and TJ putting in some serious work.
Halfway towards the cruise this one. We see if Felony can keep the blistering pace he set in that opening round. This time ago, Vegas Legion, they'll be attacking. Carolina Royal Ravens now looking to hold that defense. Let's see how we do.
Oh, Gwen is just flying, by the way, on this flank. So trying to get a coordination on when you want to jump over on this A zone. Felony getting slightly active, and as the kills start coming through, that's when he make the moves. Felony, well, didn't open his eyes, but at least he's bought the opening for his teammate. TJ goes on the flank. Gwen wins his one as well, and maybe he could have lived inside their spawn, but where TJ falls, Gwen is here to pick him up.
Gwen is looking at a few more potentially. They're not going to take the bait on the stairs. 3 players below him. Gwyn could eat well in a moment. I think they're aware of where he is. Oh, beautiful work out of Legion. They clean house.
And that's Gio hitting some really nice hop-ups as well to make sure that you can hit him on the flank. But either way, that is a good chunk of time that Vegas just had to invest just to clear out your own spawn. So they've stopped the clock, get back on this A zone, but right now you have opportunities for a few different players on Vegas, or Carolina rather, to go on these flanks.
Should be able to get Purge out of the point at the very least. Nice work. Gio from up top. Again, they've kept that A zone safe. 1 segment remaining and only 45 seconds on the clock. Carolina Royal Ravens holding it down here in Karachi so far, but the round is far from over. Lovely work there from Gwyn, keeping it holding.
And this is perfect too. Clayster's got the cutoff as well, so every single player off spawn. Clay's going to be dishing out these comms to his teammates, or just getting the kills himself. The longer he's alive, the worse it is for Vegas. And on a 5 spree as well, it would have been nice to get number 6, but he just feeds the comms to his teammates. TJ on the flank. He might fall, but you get these kills. And right now, Vegas, they just do not have time.
Tyler, fellow, picking up big kills left, right, and center. Pressure on Clay. Nero with a seemingly infinite amount of ammo in the magazine of that rival.
And that's around.
9. T's cutting through mid. That should be the round, unless they can get an A. Purge sends it with 2 seconds to go. Wins a big one, but not enough to stay alive. Attach at the back door. So close, yet so far. The Ravens 2-0.
And that is a gorgeous round on the defensive end. They win that opening break, and just the coordination that they had. While TJ and Glenn are working those flanks, Felony times it perfectly to start getting active through mid. They get that 3-man down, and again, they just wasted so much of Vegas's time that you're not able to take your time and coordinate and get on the zone together. So Carolina keeping things mixy. Felony 13 kills in 2 rounds, not too shabby, but every poppy picking it up there from Ravens. If I'm Carolina, I'm thinking about the objective again. Just bully your way through and straight to that A zone.
They wasted no time, no lives. Barely a bullet trying to take the zones in the previous attempt. Here we go, back onto A. No trophies, 2 players. Gwyn, nice coverage. Gio unable to find an angle. He's going to have to put himself in harm's way to even get into the fight. Good work out of the Ravens again. Second segment gone.
I think he's waiting for his teammates to get active, but Nero does get traded. Finally, his teammates top third. Well, they sniff him out, read the spot to get the power positions as well, but the close junk spawns come through, so Carolina, small window of opportunity to attempt to go towards B. Nero going to slow you down, and Attach going to be doing the same. The Glazers made it to the back alley, so the clock is being stopped. The objective slowly going to trickle.
It plays on B. Oh, nice shots out of Gio. Not enough to stop it. Tej, the assassin. Seemingly unstoppable. He's won another one in top red. Absolute demonic play as the 3 members of the Ravens are on B, and that zone is gone.
Yeah, Gio looking a little bit uncomfortable with the movement up top, so he's going to have to readjust because you already have 2 ticks of progress on A. Carolina looking for a flawless Karachi performance. Control has been a big problem for them, but right now it's looking like their best help. They haven't checked every corner, though. Gio in such an interesting spot. I can't believe they haven't noticed that. Finally, there you go.
Nero behind them as well, so a couple of P's and Q's, dotting I's and crossing T's for the Ravens there on the approach, but not a problem. Gwyn is going to turn and hold these players at bay. The Renetti, reload, try again. Felony there for the trades once again. 17-7, and the map is done. They may be blue, but the Carolina Royal Ravens are still red hot, especially there on Karachi.
Dude, I would place her on that one. That was a map that felt like, what even was that? You had a Vegas in map 1 where the respawn was just perfect, but he got taken to task. Clay only had to get 10 kills to get that victory. That was a cakewalk of a Karachi. And maybe like the fewest number of kills it's taken for a win in Control. The records that are being set in this series, I mean, they're baffling.
It's a historic series, ladies and gentlemen. One way or another, but the Ravens take the lead after that decisive Karachi Control game. Vegas looked absolutely lost, man. They were stunned, nothing to be had.
I mean, it's just like the little thing, like the Karachi special, right? We're watching Gio and Attach get the 2 kills off the guy off the A zone just to give him the close spawn towards Junk, and Nero's just by himself now dealing with the entire team. And Vegas so slow on that transition, not able to find any of the kills. I mean, they effectively just toss those rounds away. So Carolina Royal Ravens didn't have to sweat too much for it. They get to conserve that energy for the map 4, but advantage in this series. And when they're on map point, again, they came into this event as the 12th seed overall in the CDL. They get this win, they jump up to 8th.
A huge leap there. It was a 5-minute and 43-second long game with Karachi Control. Tell you what, that's some real convenient SR grab. We're searching again after that one. You know it. The hands are hot. You want to keep that streak going. We're on fire, boys. That's what I've been telling the crew. There's some magnificent play here. Fellow with a great opener. That first round chance was so strong.
I mean, that was like the only sort of like strong individual play that we had the entire map, though. Like Felony just going on like a 5 spree to open things up. But after that, it was just Carolina existing on the objective. Anytime they stepped on a zone just about, they were able to get it flawlessly. Like the B zone, uncontested. Both of their offensive rounds didn't have to break a sweat. Even when the Ravens were on defense, the adjustments were made and had another flawless round, not giving up a single tick. And I do know when we saw the opening breaks, it seemed like the nades were consistently on point from Carolina as well. So, again, I think that repeat map, the homework, A+.
I'd love to know what was said on that stage. We can all guess and we can all do our own best to improvise. I'm sure Reddit's already on it, but now it's dig deep time for Vegas Legion. 2 very tough Karachis, 6-3, 3-0. One more map and they leave the tournament. This Rio hardpoint has got to be something special for our boys from Vegas. After that, the invasion, search and destroy if they really want to stay alive in the series. But this is going to get very interesting if that Rio gets a little bit too hot for them to handle. Ravens looking fantastic.
And look, it's not like I have my degree in armchair psychology, but even looking at the player cams and the way the guys were playing on the map, the Vegas boys just did not look comfortable in that Karachi. We get to find out if that's the case, if the LAN or main stage jitters are getting to them, because we've seen them on Rio. They've had strings together where they have had nearly flawless performances. The way they started against Toronto Ultra, they built themselves a 100-point lead, and it took the best hardpoint team in the game to be able to make that comeback. But Legion have looked strong on Rio. That's the map they get for the map 4, so a comfort pick for them. Their opportunity to get back in the series.
Here we go. Tough one for the Vegas Legion fans. We've heard you all weekend. We appreciate your noise. We appreciate your energy, but you're going to need one last dig here for your team who are in trouble. The Carolina Royal Ravens looking fantastic so far. And this is Stage 2's hard point. These are the break comparisons. Charles, can you break this one down for us, brother?
Well, both of these guys have just been fantastic. Part of this certainly does come towards map played as well, but the fact that we're going towards the Rio where the breaks do come a little bit easier. Only a few true money hills we have on this map. That means you can afford maybe to play off the back foot a little bit and put the emphasis to the proper hills, especially P2 and P3, where you really want to lock down those back spawns. So I know right now for the side of Vegas Legion, going to be spawning on the deep side of the map. Their opportunity for a strong opening break, try to string some hills together, but on Rio, almost a similar story for Carolina where they had limited success early on, but coming to the event, they look strong. I know Gwyn against Miami Heretics, he came out on this map, he was shooting.
That boy was shooting. We'll see if we can get the Thursday Legion honors here. They look good against Toronto Ultra. How will they look against the Carolina Royal Ravens? Into the hard point we fly.
Seems like they got good
Carolina looking good so far. They spawn on the preferable side, not necessarily the best side. There's the contest. And soon to be the time. Gwyn's gone around the world, Can't get a second.
Maybe I punked for that second kill, but his teammate's there to pick him up. Nice and quick purge, though, with a nice little win, but still Ravens fighting around the time. TJ's let a player through, but that player didn't elect to go towards time, so he just gets caught. So Vegas right now, again, maybe looking a little bit uncomfortable. Carolina applying the pressure, and TJ, pick up the kills, pick up the rotation, whatever you want. He might fall. This has been a wonderful P1 so far for Carolina.
Looking great. Play anybody last Blaine's win there to help out. He gets by with a little help from his friends. Purge, the only man left up there from Vegas to try to contest, or at least keep these players off the time. And it's done. Over towards P2 we now go. Bottom right-hand side of the minimap.
You've covered so much of the map space as well for Vegas. You got Nero playing a deep pocket of the map, and you also have Attach pushed out incredibly far. So Carolina, not going to be an easy thing to break down, and they're not successful. Felony wins the gunfight in the back, though. I was going to say maybe that could open the spawn for his teammates. It does not. Purge gets the trade, and Carolina spawning so far away from this time.
Far away. Easy opportunity right now for Vegas Legion to take back the lead and at least get themselves back into this game. Nero holding down the hill for his teammates. TJ on the close approach. Can he get any closer? Fellow kept at bay. A strong legendary AR of Attach.
And now you got number 5 as well, pushing out far enough that Carolina are spawning out on the opposite side. So an opportunity for Vegas to run the score up, and Carolina need to be harder, better, faster, and stronger on this new hill if they want to get back in the game. Maybe it's going to be close to tied up, but Vegas set themselves up pretty well, but they actually never got active and tried to push through for the spawn. So a squandered opportunity. And again, maybe these nerves on the main stage getting to him as Carolina win that rotation.
They do indeed. There was a bit of discovery there over towards the hard point. Nero, he's just guessing all over the place, looking at teammates. There's a lot of noise up there. Sensory overload towards the new point. Back in the hands of the Ravens. Breaks on breaks here. Geo now lining up for the hit. Trophy working overtime. Tej, he's been pushed back. Can you get into the hill now? Purge leading the charge. He and Geo taking the escalators the slow way, and Felony punishes him.
I mean, just like Tron, he's trying to have himself a legacy series right now. He has been on point, and now Glacier just gets to be the super soaker in the time. The sun's though gonna drop him. Nero soars through and is able to pick up 2, but the back spawns pay off. Gwyn strikes right back, just like the Empire, and well, that hill time, the final bit of scrap, Carolina get to run the score up.
They're going to run the score up one more time because they had it to begin with. Lightning fast hit from Nero there, gets himself a sweet pair. And now the final moments of this hard point come to a close over to the garage. Or the garage, British comrades. New hard point, Vegas in control.
Yeah, Carolina finally dropped the rotation, and now you're not trying to drop the beat on this new hill. Vegas to get the back spawns on their lock and key. A couple kills flowing their way, and it is now just a funnel system. Everybody from Carolina trying to flood in through the back, but right now Vegas, it has been a very comfortable hold for him so far. DJ finally able to strike, but right now Vegas just comfortable. Geo though eventually feels the pressure in the overwhelming flock of the Ravens. They break the hill down.
Another break for the Ravens. Add that to the stat sheet. Purge off spawn, 25 to go. Doesn't want to give up too much of this, but they're going to chalk it. Top side of the map, from south to north we now go. The bridge. And it's going to be a tough one. Vegas find the kills. Looking at the rotation now.
Those are big entries as well. That is so much scrap time that they just had to trade away. You need to find the moment to really set yourselves apart. And I know Geo, the man that was looking uncomfortable on the Karachi, only 2 kills so far. This has been a map where Geo has been on point now. He cannot get anything going.
Can't get it going. Not looking so aerodynamic here. Brand new hard point. There's 60 seconds of time to be grabbed. Oh my goodness, Gwyn has just slid on in. He finds 2. TJ backs him up. Attach is now under pressure. Tej keeping them at bay, keeping them on their toes. There's so much work to be done here for Vegas, and they are being drowned out by Carolina.
I mean, that was just too easy. The French duo broke up, and that hill just got broken down. Vegas not able to hold on, but at least you strike back just a little bit. Try to get Purge in the time. That is going to be his home, but you still have a lot of pressure on the map for Ravens. Gwyn working through up top. Got the reinforcements and help of Felony and Purge. Again, just the angle. Glacier's got it. The kills there for the Ravens. It is breaks on breaks, but once again, that is such good scrap time from Carolina. They're going to maintain that 50 to 60 point lead.
That's good.
The scrap time working out. Back over to our brand new set of hard points we go. Let's start this again. Carolina Royal Ravens, quick listen in.
Big kill out of Geo.
Can you win soda? I'm not gonna with you.
Geo on his
Nothing weak soda. I'm about to chow in a second. There's one shot soda. Nothing in our side. Nothing in our side.
Big kill out of Geo. Okay, that should be a Vegas re-break here.
This guy's just gonna play spawners.
Nero's just laying them down. Alright, and that's going to the break. Big kill out of Nero.
Attach went you, okay? We spawned here. Soda right now. I'm coming. There's a good time. Can we hit it together?
Yeah, 6 might be really annoying back there.
Weak perch, our pillar. Nice, good job. Right.
No.
One soda.
Top bridge, one shot up, 2 on 2. I'm going new.
Here.
Nero's hit new on
Alright, Geo, start your feet up a little bit.
He's like going for it.
Purge on new, I'm dead. I'm dead by nade. There's 2 on new,
Good
guys.
kill.
It's
Good
Purge and
kill.
Nero, both cop car,
Good
okay?
nade.
I stun him on cop car. I stun him old hill.
Teach might cause some mayhem back here.
Nice.
Another one on me right.
I hear you. I'm trying to help your right now, bro. I'm coming.
One shot.
I have it.
Okay.
I have it.
It's not over. Oh my gosh. Big one from Teach. Alright, good kill, Purge.
I'm sure on that side, Isaiah.
Purge should be dead. Yeah, the trade. That's a break. That's a break.
I have blue now.
Christ on your front.
He's side. Blue now. And a 2 front, guys. 2 front. Up the center.
Carolina putting in the overtime, and I love the comms from Fellow. He's been criticized for the lack of slang, but right now he's bringing the slang, and he's calling out every player exactly where they are, making it easy for his teammates. But the final square up for this little bit of scrap time. Vegas looking at pounds. Gwyn's trying to keep these guys at bay, but the overwhelming force of Nero is there. And bad news from Carolina, they're still stuck spawning in the back.
Young Emperor fighting his way, desperately trying to stay alive in this tournament. TJ finally brings him to his knees. Usurped on the way towards the new hard point. Open for now. Vegas Legion with position. It's going to be Purge who has to get himself into that hill, as he did so well on Skid Row.
Oh, it's a good spot there from Gwyn, but Gio actually
gets
the game, and he gives you 2. Gio in the second half has been a monster compared to the first half, so he's finally finding his groove. You get the back spawns for Vegas, and this is the money hill to get you back in the game. Vegas, they have found their form.
Vegas are fighting. Vegas are fighting. Attach, keeping these players out of the bridge. No one's getting close to the point for now. It's going to be one solid hit from the Ravens, trying to break. 30 to go. Through boxes. Gio, another 2.
Look, man, he had maybe 4 kills on the first set of rotations. In the second half, he has really found himself. The comfortability is there, and this man now cannot be killed.
He is moving. 5 spree. Done. Felony ends it. Over towards the new hard point, and unfortunate timing as Attach has managed to let Felony through. Clayson are there to reinforce. The pinch is on. The Ravens are in.
You get the pinch spawn, though. You got Gio on one side of the map. His teammates are going to be spawning on the other, so Gio wants to stay alive. Teammates get active, but TJ goes and hunts him down. Big moment for Carolina. He is stabilized, and now it is all guns forward. Light work for the boys in blue.
The boys in blue on board now with Clayster.
I mean, you get...
On top of that little bicycle is a magnificent power position here on this hard point. Can James Eubanks keep the members of Vegas Legion at bay? Over 200 points now we go. Up high, it's Gio. Again, a second from Nero. They're in.
That was a serious amount of coordination for the stuns and nades there just to overwhelm the trophies. The break is important time to get it, but the fight for scrap is still going to go. Purge at least gives you 1, but these 2 teams desperate for it by the looks of it. Vegas, well, they've secured it. You've done it. You fought that rotation towards new. In 12 seconds before the hill pops, Vegas, they got time to form.
This is tournament life on the line right now for Vegas Legion, and that is a lead change. We are not over yet, ladies and gentlemen, going to another hard point. Once again, the bridge.
Purging. He's purging.
Ravens in position first. Purge trying to fight forward. His teammates are helping him get this far. TJ's on the flank. A devastating moment right now. Clayster's in the hill.
He's got so many directions to look, though, and eventually Gio's able to find him. TJ, though, is there for the quick trades, and Carolina still hold on.
Legion saw fly to the point. He has to try to break the trophies. Purge manages to find the angle. Purge is in. Purge alive. Brought down. Fellow with the trades. Ravens hard point.
Hit fire on point, but he can't get it done. It is another set of trades coming through. The oscillation battle underneath this bridge, and for the first time all game, Vegas is finally taking the lead.
Back in. Gwyn through mid. Purge wins it. The clock still ticking in favor of Vegas. Felony trying to find the opening, but he might just be looking for a new hill.
And look, Carolina are going to be here first, but it is going to be about a 4-second game for Vegas to win it. It is 1 break to force the map 5. Carolina stagnant, waiting for these kills to come.
Purge finds it. We're going to find out what you're made of now, Vegas. You've come so far in the tournament. Nero cuts him down. Over to Tej. Last man. He's got to stay alive.
Gio, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, they did it.
Game 5.
They did it. Map 5.
We're going the distance.
No
What
chance.
a rumble in Rio that was.
What a
And
freaking map.
absolutely tippable out of
What a
Gio.
freaking map.
I'd be hyping that man up too because he was not getting active in the first half of that game. He
my
was
God.
struggling. 2 and 8 going into the Bridge Hill. Couldn't buy
Gio was
himself
off
a
to a slow start,
gunfight,
and
but
once he
that
started heating
man
up, it was a
finished
different
even.
ballgame.
The second half, he was on point. And obviously, that's credit for the comeback. His teammates there the entire time. Good slaying across the board. Nero especially lighting up the kill feed, but when we take a look at that game flow graphic, that is going to be Carolina Ravens with the lead virtually for 95% of that game. Vegas, lion-hearted. They fought back and got in the mix. That is one hell of a Rio hard point.
What resolve for the boys there. Legion have fought
Gio
one
picked up
extra
big
life
time.
here.
Nobody
Quick
negative
look
on
at the
the side
stats there. You can
of
see the time
Vegas
across
as
the
a
board.
pick
That's
up.
what I'm
Nero
looking
was
at now. I
cooking.
can't help it.
Purge
Try to keep
setting
count after the
pace.
historic matchup earlier today. But for now,
Attach. I mean,
unbelievable showings. We're going to a final map.
it's a big
Invasion,
one on the
Search and
Purge.
Destroy.
I mean, you need Purge
To decide
not
who
go
marches
negative.
on in the-
Purge isn't go negative
in the
game.
tournament, and look at that game flow. What a brilliant back and forth showing towards the end.
It just took him so long to find that form, just the slaying prowess that Carolina had, and it really was eventuality. It's not like crazy mistakes were being made by Carolina. It just turned into a situation where just certain players, they could not trade. Gio picking up 2 pieces left and right. Nero was at one point a one-man wrecking crew lighting up the kill feed. So the trade's not there in the hard point, saving Vegas in this series just to go to that map 5. But Invasion is going to be a spicy one indeed. It is slow pace. It is all about those mid-round adjustments. Who can clutch in this game 5?
Well, it's a packed house here at Major 2, ready to roll into our first game 5 of the day. It's only the first series of a very long and exciting day of COD. Come back after the break. We play Invasion, Search and Destroy. We find out who advances to the tournament and who goes home here at the CDL.
Slice up your competition with the Executive Chef Operator. Now available in-game in the Call of Duty store.
Just like
Upgrade
that.
your game with a Scuff. Save $30 on the official CDL collection at scuff.co/CDL.
Get better with the Scuff, the first performance gaming controller. Visit scuff.co/CDL to change your game.
This is one of the best maps in the major. Is that might be the best map? Okay. We got a map 5 first series of the day. Can't ask for a better day right there. Holy smokes.
All bets are off. It's game 5 time here in Major 2. Vegas Legion taking on the Carolina Royal Ravens, and it is absolute nail-biter so far.
And we got to figure out who the apex predator on the main stage really is. The stakes in this game, well, not the highest just yet, except for the fact that if you lose, you go home. Winner advances to top 6. These teams looking to make a deep run in the tournament. Carolina, they entered into this tournament as the 12th seed. A victory here, they jump into the top 8. That is the threshold cutoff for champs long term. They desperately want this win. You double your prize money as well with a victory, and you get to continue to play Call of Duty. Game 5, though, for Carolina. I mentioned it before. It's a pain point. A team KD of 0.64 in the game 5s. This has been a squad that breaks down in Vegas Legion with a touch more ice, but the round win percentage, the opening duels for Carolina, it is not comparable. They have never had it. Well, they need it now.
We'll find out what our teams are made of. One final map in the series. We're going to overtime. It is Invasion, Search and Destroy. Carolina had the advantage in the opening Karachi search. There was a 6-3 finish, and as you can see from the records, I mean, either way, both teams have had their fair share of reps on it. But we'll find out what our boys are made of today.
And I could only imagine how many different game 5s players like Clayster and Attach have had in their careers. DJ too. Countless, hundreds at this point, even on the main stage. Well, looking for that extra feather in their cap. Carolina on the attack first, and their S&D weirdness continues. They didn't initially get that bomb. Felony goes to collect. They see the setup. Purge. He doesn't have much support. He is aggressive in the middle of the map. It's only Geo that can watch over him.
So what is?
And Carolina not wasting too much time. They are clearing space. They are leaning towards A.
Okay, they know
No monsters under these beds so far. It's a very fastidious approach. Check every corner, make sure no one's in any places to surprise us. Purge is that man right now. Will Felony check it?
They know. They know
the usual spots are there.
They have to.
But right now, it's Purge.
No, they don't. They don't.
First blood.
Day 1 credit.
Bomb
down. Purge gives you 2.
Pick a 3.
He's off right. The rookie on the main stage. Devastation has been laid out, and Clayster now in a 1v4. The Purge J masterclass in a game 5. What a way to kick things off.
What a way to start it. And can he close it with an ace as well? He's had eyes on Clayster. Is he going for it?
Okay.
No, it was ruined, but wow, Purge, what a 3.
And this is a rookie on the main stage for the first time in a game 5 like this. If there was any nerves he had, they have just been washed away. Looking at it again, freebie first kill. Carolina not checking the credits, and then they just cannot trade this man. Purge gunning them all down.
Absolutely outstanding start. Those tricks won't work twice in a row, especially against players like the caliber of the Royal Ravens. A lot of veterans over there. That man on your screen, 3 World Championships to his name. He's got to get one more, right? Let's find out, though. Got to get through this series first. Back over to Purge. 3 spree from him.
Clayster's by himself, too. Good news for Clay, though. That kill he got in that first round gives him enough of a buffer to get that trophy. So he can afford to be a touch more aggressive while defending B. You got Attach watching the late flanks, as is tradition for Vegas on this map. You have plenty of repetitions rolling through. A couple nades get exchanged. Less utility now for Carolina to work with. So Carolina does not want to give this bot plan up.
No, they've got a lot of angles covered here. They have the numbers as well. TJ's on the pinch through the back alley. Finds one, traded out immediately. Oh, Gwyn trying to get into the fight, not without a pound of flesh. It cost him a lot, and he's have to pull back.
Attach spotted. They know Gwyn is going to be in this corner. They're looking for the trades. The nade's coming through, and it is perfection. Attach doing his job perfectly. Main advantage for Vegas. And Felony might have the reads, but you almost don't want to give this bomb out.
He's had to double back quickly, but it might not have been fast enough, Nero. Oh, Clay! Beats down the young man. Makes it a 1v2.
Nero's on a bit
1
of a
HP in a dream. Nero and Attach he is going against, and 30 seconds left on that bomb before it explodes. Attach going for the Chow. Clayster, pistol in hand, cannot get it done. In Vegas Legion, that is a perfect round. Those players might have getting pieced up by the nades over by the tank. TJ might have gotten the first blood, but the trades are there, and the read Attach had on Gwyn. It is a big theme of Invasion. How does that flank watcher want to play the rounds? Attach, well, so experienced now at this point. Gets the job done. 2-round advantage. In Carolina, you get opportunities in round 1 when there's no trophies on the board, but offenses, they get more tougher as the game goes on.
Indeed.
Honestly, Nero might be on a 4.
Those trophy systems working brilliantly here on Invasion. All these nade spots, long lines. Oh dear, speaking of long lines of sight, that's the map cut in half, and TJ backs up.
And now you're just so uncomfortable. Nero's already hiding in rugs. You know you've just given up so much space on the map, and again, because Geo defending B has a trophy and Attach looking over him. B site not looking too exciting, and you can see just how concerned they are about Nero, but a player that is occasionally over Chow, patient now in this moment.
Clayster trying to make sure he doesn't make it his way out through the front side. TJ's going to go in a moment, or it might be Clay to do it. You might want to send 2 people for it. Clay with the old in and out. There's the bait and switch. It's an old trick, but a good one.
Playing against Nero, man. They know how to read the man. Man advantage, though, but still no map control. They're leaning towards B, but with only 30 seconds on the clock, you're going to have to start getting active. It's still not easy, even with a man up.
Less than 30 seconds. Geo having to back up. He's taking a hit or 2. He's going down swinging. A lot of damage dealt, but that is still the site in control for the Ravens. That should be the plant.
Smoke out as well, so Attach can't even get kills on the cross. Trying to make a play through it, though, but doesn't have the angle. It was a dead body, not TJ, and small feet on that man, staying alive after the bomb plant. 3v2 now for Ravens.
Surge trying to help get closer to the site. Attach finds 2. Gwyn on the site now. Purge moving forward. They brought him down. 1v1. Felony versus Attach. Somehow they have made magic in this moment. 20 on the clock.
I can't believe Felony made this play. He wrapped so far around, but he's got to be worried about the bomb getting defused.
The bomb is still yet to be touched. The 15 seconds on it. Attach is there. Eyes are up, ready. He may have missed his opportunity. He's on a 4 spree as well. Doesn't want to be brought down by a stray gunfight. He'll take it. Not enough time. But what a retake opportunity from Vegas Legion.
And that is a terrifying moment for Fellow. Attach, if he hopped it, he would have gotten it, but he played the man. 2 veteran players getting after it, but maybe a small amount of good news for Attach. In a round that is a 2 versus 4 for the post plant, he still finds enough kills that he's just 1 away from the cruise. Talk about making the best of a bad situation. But Carolina just avoided what could have been a dagger round.
We found out there that rotation from Fellow was 17 seconds he spent to make that play. Bomb easily defused in that time. 7.5 is all it takes to make that boom boom go bye-bye.
Now you're going to have Attach, though, take all the time in the world to try to get this extra kill. Other players on Vegas can make more of a commitment if they would like, but it's his operation. Get this man the cruise.
Again, on Invasion, a cruise missile, that kind of ordnance, incredibly helpful.
Not going to move up very far.
1 minute on the clock. No movement,
gets
no nothing.
Walks right out in front.
Vegas, though, maybe taking a little bit too much time. 40 seconds have gone by, and they don't have any intel on any player position on Carolina. And I don't know if they saw the cross initially, but TJ, he's found himself the credit. The stun connects. Well, they know now.
They're stacked up. The smoke. TJ's going to try to get out with his life. 40 seconds. We're still clocked. Oh, my God. The nade nearly stuck him. TJ buying time. Ravens reinforcing now. TJ, check it. Gets it. Nero gone.
Massive first blood. Now you just don't have time. Attach has been playing for a kill this entire time. He's going to get the cruise, but you don't have time. You got to get active. Purge finds an extra, but 20 seconds on the clock. They got to run it down.
Got to make something happen here. Get that bomb over towards the bomb site ASAP. Clayster, his life flashed before his eyes. He's still alive, though. Oh, the pinch has been picked up. They've won it. Vegas make the moves. And not only is it now a 3-1 lead, but the cruise missile secured again.
And Ravens are looking flat as well in this invasion. TJ gives you the first blood, but even with that little time on the game clock, Ravens cannot ice up. And Vegas right now seemingly can do no wrong. 7-0 for Attach. 6-2 from Purge as well. And you got a cruise missile, you got a defense.
I mean, you're up 4-1.
Vegas are in prime
3-1.
position
3-1.
to get themselves a massive lead.
It's outstanding composure from Purge there at 6-2 in this
Down
game
2.
5. And they can burn it as much as they
Attach loves this spot.
want. Vegas holding
I
it
play this
together.
spot
The
when I play
Ravens,
this
though, we're
map
looking
because
towards the
Attach
A-bomb
loves it.
site.
Oh man, come on, you two.
That door may blast open in a moment. That's going to see Purge spring to life, and there it is.
Oh, he almost gets a
He's going to be
stick.
slowing him down, but just for the reposition. No bomb plant coming through just yet. The Vegas are keeping the setup. Purge, though, ends up getting caught. They knew Clayster was back there, but didn't play off the intel correctly.
Yeah,
First
follow
blood,
one-shot mid-10.
and what should be a bomb down for Carolina, but taking a little bit too long, and Felony in the meantime is going to fall.
Oh, Attach managed to get the damage in. The spree's over. Space to maybe plant the bomb here. He's still worrying about those other players from Vegas, Gio and Nero,
Gio's ready.
pressuring the bomb.
Gio's ready.
That's Teja's job now. Plant that bad boy.
Teach saw Nero.
If Nero can catch him off the plant, if you keep the man odds even, there's the hope for the retake, but the Vegas boys definitely have to work it out for him.
He's staying very close to the
Nero's
site as well.
They've read it.
Last ditch. Gio guns him down. Over to Gwyn. Plenty of noise being made. Clay can't get them both. 1v1!
Okay.
And Gwyn
You have
came
to remember
very,
freezing
very
Nero
close to losing that round for the Ravens there.
Nero's on crack.
It was a dicey one, but he got it. Clayster got tags and Nero as well. Nero just ready for this snap on the doorway chow, but either way, that is a big round from Carolina. You win an offensive one. I know the Cruise is still in the back pocket, but efficient work on that A site. Gwyn and Felony struggling so far in this game 5, but you're back on the defensive end. You really cannot afford to give up a bomb plant with that Cruise missile in Attach's hands.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Huge amount of
Nero
information
is-
gained there from Vegas, Legion off the
doesn't see
opening
him
break.
cross.
All of the Ravens players seemingly made aware.
Well, Vegas actually, they might have seen 2 players on the cross, so this is an isolation play trying to find Gwyn over towards P1. They know Gwyn is indoors. The Cruise doesn't buy you anything. And in the meantime, they might have taken control of Cafe, but that Cruise gets you virtually nothing.
Over towards the A-bomb site. Gwyn. Damn, son. The Michael Bay movie over here. Backs up, gets away with his life. The bomb might be going over to B in all that noise.
Well, it's just a default round at this point, so the Cruise missile completely ineffective. In less than 45 seconds on the clock, and Gwyn even finds the first blood. Nero, though, responds, but the trades are coming through. TJ making another big play. 1 HP was all he needed.
The bomb is still mobile, and now it's going towards B. Tej, he could win the round here. The COD gods have not smiled upon him. And Clay watches them double back again, so the mind games continue, but Clay, the vet, knows what's up.
And they know the play's on A, too.
Oh, that makes it a little bit more interesting. Nero can't finish it, but Clay can. My God, a series of unfortunate events in that round, but we find the equalizer.
And that is a heads-up play by Felony in that moment. Clay's feeding into the cons. They know the bomb is absolutely over on the A site. Felony trusts it. He gets active, and then he knows that trade is coming through. He just slides away a little bit too fast to not get traded. And Clayster not wasting any time either. Very quick on that trade.
This might go round 11.
Tied up 3-3.
I mean, you burn the Cruise, lose the round. That's not good.
Oh, yeah. Fellow shots down range. That's about as far as you can shoot on Invasion. It's a big map. Just information trying to keep those players at bay. For now, Vegas all over the map.
Purge making the adjustment, though. He's found a hiding spot over on the A street, so he's going to wait for the timing or maybe the intel on when to pop up. Try to get these kills off A. The card yet to explode, though, and there is no trophy, so it is a risky play to attempt to make. Purge trusting himself and his teammates in this moment.
Yeah, at this point in time, a read is all you're going to get on that Purge spot. Where he is now, he could stop the bomb plant with good communication from his team. He could stop them getting out. 40-ish seconds to go.
Maybe Spidey senses Stingley, though, for Carolina. Debating on that rotation over towards the B site, but no, it's a hard commitment now. Less than 30 seconds left. They're going to have to go towards A and Purge. He's remained in this spot.
Tremendous patience from the young Rook. And there it is, doesn't see Tej, so it has not worked out. He might be able to get the kill now on the transition off the bomb site. There it is, first blood.
Oh, this is a great read by Purge.
Purge now holding still.
read.
We're not leaving this POV. He might go big against Felony. His teammates through the middle of the map now. Nero sends it.
Oh.
Clayster guns him. Pressure now on. The Purge battle on the outside of the map continues. 25 on the clock.
And now you just don't have time. He's going to close the door and try to make Carolina tweak, or maybe he's just going to full send. Quinn, though, checks the bomb. The coverage is only there for the trade. And with 15 seconds left, Vegas, they gotta fly.
2v2, gotta make something happen here. It's two individual gunfights across the map. Attach wins his. Felony gets him off the bomb. That should be it. The time has been set. It is done. Attach cannot defuse. The round goes to the Ravens. What a banger.
And these young players on Vegas struggling to coordinate in the way they need to. Purge makes the play, but Nero just overcommits on the chase, makes a solo play, and cannot get it done.
Right now, which is not good.
And just puts his teammates in a tough spot. Vegas so close. The ideas are there, but the execution just a small step away.
That's not good.
3 rounds in a row from Carolina, and Felony and Gwyn, the players struggling early on. Well, now starting to go on some streaks. Felony on a 3.
And Gio's finally picked it up a little
Feeling more confident and getting a good chunk of map control as well. We've seen players clear out this spot, but Gwyn, he's going for the sneaky one.
This might be the round where nobody clears it. We'll find out. Nero, he's trying to check. If he sees it, oh, you're in trouble now, Gwyn.
Didn't see his gun. Didn't see his gun.
He's going to go in there. Don't go in there, Nero. It's not safe. Oh, my good God, Gwyn. Will you be gifted a pair? Information. Oh, Gwyn. 1. Not the second, though. Purge. Great shots.
Purge has been a monster. That is a huge trade to get, and Gio finds the pick in the meantime, so man advantage. And they've collected the bomb as well.
Back over to the woods. Top broken Deej through the smoke, and in the Purge once again. Finds the kill. 3v1, all down to Fellow.
Well, he's got the timing on the flank, but Gio, he's just watching it around out of the rooks. Look at those two players go. Purge and Gio together executing in that round. Purge on the trade. That is not an easy moment, because Gwyn with that trigger discipline was setting himself up for the 2-piece, but a big win in that moment, and Gio able to find 3 in that round. Gunning down one of the best players of all time, and follows up after that with a couple more kills. Gio making plays.
Asking you shall receive 2 from the rookies there from Vegas Legion. One of the criticisms of his play, right place, right time, but not necessarily as lethal in the gun skill department. It's kills like that that make all the difference.
Icing up in these game 5s. This is a nail biter. The pressure continues to mount. Purge has picked a new spot as well, so he's been keeping things mixy. Carolina consistently having to second guess themselves. And with number 1 and number 2 in the back of the map like this for Carolina, I think they're waiting for a guy like Nero maybe to get overactive. They spotted him and broken, a couple shots coming through, but no first bloods have fallen just yet.
It's such patient gameplay from Purge.
Yep.
Patience running out, though. 50 seconds on the game clock. We're just on the outside of the A-bomb site for the Ravens, desperately trying to find the space and find the plant, and there it is.
Purge, though, is going to be looking for this trade. How fast can you get out? Fast enough. The coverage is there. Gwyn protecting his friend. You got the man advantage.
Still holding together mid-map. Not a safe place to be. Nero is so tagged up. Clay might send it. He does. He sends it, but attach. Fantastic coverage. 30 seconds.
Both teams helping each other out. Time, though, ticking. Vegas going to have to start getting active. Attach finds another pick, and now you've isolated him. You know the 2 players are going to be around Cafe.
Hold it together, Gwyn. You know they have to cross. 20 seconds. Wins 1. Can't be traded out. Felony now has to keep the bomb safe alone. That's it. That's the round. And that's match point Vegas Legion.
Gio has been on point. This man is a second half player. That is now 4 kills in a row. He's gotten the 2-piece in back-to-back rounds. Gio on point, trades there. Nice shots on Felony. And even though Purge falls for the first blood, Vegas still bounced back. Clayster just getting caught on that street by attach. Not playing around that time.
It is standing room only here in the BCC. One more round for Vegas Legion. And for these 2 youngsters to march onwards in this tournament, it's an attacking round. Ravens have to ice up.
And towards B they go. No players now on the cross. They were looking for the timing. Gio getting that information, but he hasn't seen a soul. TJ finally makes the moves, but they know TJ is going to be by broken. Now the question is, what do they want to do? Maybe with that level of aggression, if they're seeing an SMG, now thinking it's a 2-2 split, Vegas, they might have read this perfectly. Taking care of the trophies as well.
The trophy gone is a big deal. Able to check all the usual spots now. Less than a minute.
Is just playing this little
the Ravens are holding firm.
And TJ's been left. Clay start wrapping back, so trying to make this hold on the defensive end. Gio's responsible for the street, so TJ, no opportunities to flank just yet. But a tight setup now from Carolina defending this A site.
Gwynn's gonna have to pick up a couple. They're on the outside of the street.
Gwyn might get picked up.
That's the gunfight. Gwyn, hold your nerve. Do not let go of that angle. You know that doorway's gonna bust wide open any second now. Or is the bomb gonna cut through the middle of the map? Head on a swivel. Gwyn's down.
The purge.
Back over to Clay. Shots at range. Time is running out.
Someone's got to make the play. TJ's trying to get active, but the bomb gets planted, and Nero still alive for the moment. Can't get out. TJ got the kill. We got a 3v3.
3v3, 35 seconds on the clock. Gio holding that street. Tej, if he hits it, he's in danger. Purge through the middle of the map. But Clay, the vet guns him.
Old man's back at it again, but now you got it. It's a 1v3 attached. Nowhere to go. And the Ravens have forced the round 11. Oldest player in the league, but gunning players down when you needed them to. The absolute finest, the dream situation, elimination round. Here we go.
One final flight for the Ravens, another roll of the dice for Legion. It all comes down to this. Attacking round for the Ravens. Vegas Legion on defense.
And these are the round. What kind of play call do you make on the round 11 on the attack? How do you want to approach this? TJ leading the charge, rival 9 in hand, going towards Cafe.
So fast.
They're clearing it out, getting the space, checking all the corners.
Is it Old Faithful? Do you try something new? Do you get creative? What do you do? Forget how to feel and just get out there.
Play so slow if you're Vegas. Just don't.
As the tension in the air now is palpable. Spotted out.
Tej falls. And Nero gets out too. That's first blood. Big moment for Vegas on the defensive end.
That's a big blood.
Vegas going to hold that line and hold their nerve.
Overheated and shells
the
out.
only player they can isolate right now is Nero, playing by the bomb.
And they've got to get that bomb back as well. So Nero, a tall task.
Just stay.
40 seconds. He's backed up. Enough space, though, for Clay to recover.
He did get spotted, but he's gotten out, and this is such a difficult position to weed someone out. So Carolina doesn't look like they want to deal with it. They're going through mid.
They can play the trade game on the site. They've got the numbers. Fellow spotted out, wins a big one.
Gets him one.
3v3. Bomb's going down. Attach not there to be able to stop it. Two players grouped in the back, and maybe Nero the opportunity to make the flank on the play. But for a 3v3, Carolina, can they hold on?
The final retake for Vegas Legion. One more crack at it. Clay on the outside. Gwyn! Perfect timing.
Nobody else is making moves. Staying secure. They were looking for the trade on Gwyn, but time is ticking. Vegas, you gotta go.
25. Fellow checks it. Safe. Attach and Gio still on the maneuver. Gio makes it a 2v2.
That's a big kill on Gwyn.
Onto the bomb we now go. Fellow. Will he check this? Gifted. No one on the bomb. All down to attach.
That's game.
It's a 1v1. Time. It's not worked out.
No
again. It's Fellow. It's the Ravens. It was a split-second decision, and Felony wins it. I cannot believe what we have seen. The King of Clutch dethroned in a regicide of a round 11.
That is an unreal performance in that game 5. Felony was struggling in those early rounds, but every kill he got in the final few, that is an insane impact on the map. Just catching those players out on those rookie mistakes. That was a bomb down after Nero got that first blood, and they clutched the 3v4. The resolve on point and Carolina on land. Well, their journey continues.
There's little moments like that. I mean, Vegas don't know that Tej was carrying the bomb for certain there. They don't check the body. Nero doesn't cover it well enough. Clay goes on the impossible recovery mission to get it back. And with that, you're given that opportunity to get the bomb down. It's moments like that that define a series. What a round 11 that was. What a search that was. What a series that was.
I mean, that's just unreal. I mean, you want to tip the cap to Vegas as well, because the comeback they just had on Real, one of the best maps we have seen this year. So Vegas certainly in this stage have made a lethal threat. They got rookies on the team, but that's like a roster change they make that is one of the most criticized we have had, and they clearly have made the correct call. Purge has been a spectacle to watch on the main stage, double digits in the map 5. I know a pain point, maybe one that'll haunt you in your dreams for the next few weeks, but that is not a performance to be ashamed of at all. More so just credit for Carolina. It is veteran players across the board. They live for LAN and they deliver in the big moments. That is the classic Neslo, that old 2-3-5.
2-3-5, wow. What a series that was. Congratulations to the Carolina Royal Ravens. Commiserations, Las Vegas Legion. We'll see you guys again in the online qualifiers for Major 3, but until then, wow. What an unbelievable matchup. Well, that noise in the background, ladies and gentlemen, is good news. It's our Monsters Winner Spotlight with Teej.
Teej fried that first search.
All right, guys, give it up for the Carolina Royal Ravens as they survive this elimination matchup. Teej, what a series this was. You guys come out on top. You take maps 2, 3, and 5. Now let's go back to maps 2 and 3 there on the Karachi. You're making some big plays on the S&D. You're doing a lot there on that map. And then you guys go into control, but how are you feeling to kind of close out that S&D going into that control?
Yeah, I mean, Karachi S&D has been like our veto lately, so we've been working on that map since we got to the event, and I felt good to clutch up that map. I think we went down 0-2. Second map 2, so I think we went down 0-2 both S&Ds, so to be able to come back from that, heading into map 3.
And then that map 3, the map 3 looked effortless, okay? It was a solid 3-0. What was going on through your head? Because we saw you guys cheering. It was like you guys didn't expect what they brought to you guys.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It was like you didn't expect how they played there in that control because it was so easy. Why was it so easy?
Yeah, they beat us on the map online pretty convincingly, so we made some adjustments on our defense especially to come out and win that map, and we played it flawlessly. That was a really good map out of us.
There you go. And then now you guys, I want to say that was like your 4th or 3rd S&D in a row for the game 5. We know the struggles there. You go down 3-1. The cruise missile misses, and from there you start to rally back. What was the comms like? What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, I said I was streaking, and then Clay was like, Clay didn't say a word that whole round, so I ended up team killing him, and I think we ended up clutching that round, but yeah, I mean, I've just been calling strats recently in S&D, and it's been working off, so.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely does seem like it's been working out for you, okay? Now, you got a bunch of people in this front row screaming Teej, a bunch of people in the chat saying Teej. What do you want them to know? You got another match here towards the end of the day.
Yeah, appreciate you guys showing support. Hopefully we make this run. I got one more match today, and hopefully play again on Sunday.
All right, hopefully we'll see them on Sunday. Show some love to the Carolina Royal Ravens. Chris, it's a lot to break down.
Thank you so much, Blaze. And Ali, Nameless, if the day ends right now, I'm going to bed happy. We got one of the best series we could ask for here at Major 2, and it's Carolina, who is desperate for points, continuing on in our tournament.
There are so many moments where this game could have gone either way throughout every single map in the series, except for the map number 3. We pretend that one didn't happen, but the search and destroys in the series were stunning from the London Royal Ravens, simply because they went behind, Carolina Royal Ravens, they went behind both search and destroys, like Teej said, and they made adjustments in the middle of the game and started crawling their way back. Just flawless gameplay out of the vet.
Nameless, we've always credited Attach with his 1v1 prowess, his ice. Today, Felony gets my MVP of this game 5. The man came through 3 different times for his squad.
Are you kidding me, Chris? I mean, to start this map, we put up a graphic and it showed his woes in game 5. 0.5 he's had in game 5 so far this season. He completely flipped the script throughout this one, left in very difficult situations of 1 versus 1 versus Attach, where Attach had that like weird timing where he could have sneak diffused it or had the advantage on the gunfight. He says, I'm gonna take this gamble because I know how you like to play. Wraps the map, ends up winning that round, gets left in some crazy situations where it's like, we need to get a blood. We're in a 3 versus 4 situation. Fello's the guy who gets the blood for them. That kill on River was massive on Purge towards the end. Fellow, man, this guy came to play in the clutches today.
And you gotta think it's because it's like a lesson learned, right? All of my notes from previous Carolina Royal Ravens games in game 5 specifically was they would get information and do literally nothing with it. What do they do in this series? They mostly got outslayed when it came to this game 5, but they took the information given to them. And what was Vegas Legion doing? They were leaving leaving A site open for plant time and time again. And Carolina's like, you want to give us the free bomb lay? We're going to take advantage of it every single time. It happened at minimum 3 times in this series, and they were able to come back from a man-down advantage even in that round 11.
Toughest draw for them possible here in the elimination bracket at this point, and Carolina gets the win over Vegas. Clayster and friends are continuing, and Nameless, I was looking at the numbers. They were 12th coming into the day in overall points. What's the ceiling for the Ravens? They play New York or Atlanta, whoever loses next.
I mean, I think they can make a run. If you're playing Search and Destroy like that, I mean, you look at the hard points through that series, that Rio was very close. They should have won that map, and Vegas is an extremely tough opponent. We went over the numbers. Vegas at times top 4 performer when we talk about respawn. So for the Carolina Royal Ravens, that momentum going forward, they could absolutely keep going in this tournament.
We say goodbye to Vegas Legion. They are done, but they have enough points to stay in your top 8 for now. Let's take a look at your bracket of where we are at Major 2. 4 teams left undefeated in the winners bracket, and up next we will see Subliners versus FaZe, followed by Optic Ultra, and we still got 2 more battles to go in the elimination bracket, Allie.
Oh yeah, we still have to watch and see who's going to go down and meet the Carolina Royal Ravens and LAG, who has been waiting for their match for quite a couple hours now.
If you're having fun, make some noise, Miami. When we come back, we go to the winners bracket. New York takes on Atlanta after this.
I'm having fun too, Chris.
I don't think we get a series better than that one. That was a really good series.
Upgrade your game with a Scuff. Save $30 on the official CDL collection at scuff.co/CDL.
Get better with a Scuff, the first performance gaming controller. Visit scuff.co/CDL to change your game. Start the season strong with the Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL Operator, Weapon Blueprint, and so much more. Check out the Call of Duty store in-game now.
I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now. Back in my zone now.
Ballin' can't beat me up cause I'm back in my zone now. Back in my zone now.
Early in our 7th circle here, there's still 30 teams left. You don't have any resources. Get to the zone if you can. Win your gunfight. Maze somehow sneaks through. You see a lone Nubu Spartan running around like a chicken with his head cut off. There are so many squads. This is unprecedented. Being able to see this from the Codcaster is so special. There's our first moving zone.
Back him up, make it all the plays. It's Spring 6. The curse has been broken. The dynasty has been cemented. They are the greatest roster in Call of Duty history. Optic Gaming are officially the Call of Duty World League champions.
Get the last bullet. It gets absolutely smoked. Bance is going massive for the squad.
They called it the other artillery. That's all the streaks gone. Now they straight down to the guns. Bance
composure still there for Gorillas as rotations continue to be the talking point. A little bit of a scary spot as Draza turns on to App off the ground. I don't know how that gunfight was even possible.
It plays a little different. It's nice to have like a map you love back in it, but it doesn't have to be exactly the same as Draza. Nice little angle through the statue. Rips one for the opening kill.
Yeah. Listen, where am I looking here? It's Mother's Day, all right? Call your moms, all right? And maybe I'll call them too.
Obviously being one of those players might have a little dance with Sandy here in a moment, and as the pre-fire as well gets it done and gets out with his life. Possibly the best player in the world.
Share your life. They actually went for the challenges and gave us an opportunity, which is just something I hate seeing. And what the hell was that? Then he just got
That's the best gun in the game. That is the best gun in the game.
We gotta find him. We gotta find him. You got good smokes. If you're a little weak. Run the outside. He's running the outside. Hands Eddie. To your right. To your right. Close. To your right. Let's go, baby! Come on! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Roaring early in Kenny.
What is this route?
Finding picks. Shotzi. Look, guys, Michael Phelps on. He's going for a deep swim around the flag. Shotzi. Or is it Aquaman? Coming up from the depths.
I have a plan.
Crazy with the rage, dangerous and rage. I ain't wanna take light, look into my eyes. I'm a killer inside, coming for the prize. Do you really want these problems? I put you in that coffin. But I'm never Johnson, you put this in and stop it. Hungry for the beef, leave you obsolete. See my lines deep, see me in the streets if you want the heat, yeah.
The kill feed has been absurd. Like, they are blendering them in this moment.
10 spree and an ace. Too easy for Mr. Abizi. Kismet's beaming though. Nice!
Honestly, it's just us in Toronto, but I think they're ass and we're on top.
It's the rematch we've all been waiting for. New York Subliners taking on Atlanta FaZe. In this one, it's on land. You're fighting for a spot in the top 3 and a spot in our winners bracket finals tomorrow. And this one, can it live up to the hype of our previous match? Can it go to another Game 5, Nameless?
100%. The last time these guys played, it went all the way to a Game 5. It was absolutely amazing. Kismet had some special plays, but it was New York who came out on top.
Let's start with this New York team, Ali, because they are coming in with all kinds of confidence. Despite dropping that match to Optic, they tried out some new maps. They tested themselves, and they are looking clean in the winners bracket. They took care of business against Boston with a 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the New York team we've been waiting to see sort of since the beginning of this this season. And the thing about New York right now is they are getting so good at search and destroy off of the back of Kismet. And not only that, they just have Hydra on their team, one of the best search and SMGs in the entirety of the game. So for New York, they should feel very comfortable in this matchup. They won in the 2-4-5 in the last time these two teams matched up. And between now and then, they've gotten better at control as well.
Hydra, of course, Esports Awards Controller Player of the Year. He's got some numbers to back up that claim. His recent numbers, are they as good as the past, Nameless? What have you seen from him recently?
100%. The man is top 5 in search and destroy, and he's putting up 4,500 damage in each hard point. You can see the league average is 3.6K. Him and Sib, this split so far in the respawns have been unbelievable. You're talking about a team that has improved their hard point to be top 2 throughout this entire stage, largely in part due to the ability of that man on the stage right now.
Let's take a look at our Monster Energy pregame as Hydra gets his earbuds ready. New York Subliners, you gotta stay hot. Ignore that loss to Optic and keep going with the S&D.
Yeah, the search and destroy has been incredible. Just to put this into perspective of how unique it is they don't have anybody that's carrying the bomb over 50% of the time. That means they're consistently changing who has it, not letting the other team get a read on them when it comes to those maps 2 and 5. And that's really important when it comes against a team like Atlanta FaZe, who has no attack plan.
And you can see they're second in post-plant win percentage. Well, guess what? They also get the bomb down, some of the most in the league at top 3. So on offense, look for them to get those bombs down quick and make plays.
It could be a battle of the SMGs at the end of the day. I'm looking forward to Kismet and Hydra taking on Simp and Abizi. Let's highlight this Atlanta squad because the Tiny Terrors got that name for the chaos they cause in-game. Allie, how good is this duo on the front line for Atlanta?
Very good. And honestly, it hasn't even been the SMG duo that's needed to step up. It was with the ARs, and they've done exactly that. Celium doing Celium things. You know, he's still in the #1 spot for top 10 hardpoint over this stage, and he's still leading his team when it comes to search and destroy KD. So now it's when we start looking towards the other members. We start looking at Draza, who was added to this team for comms more specifically than the slang, because you got Simp and Abizi. You don't need him to drop 1.2. So for Atlanta FaZe, it's about trying to hit their stride in that respawn. For the Monster Energy pregame, I'm assuming it's got to be something about the search and destroy, because it just hasn't been the same.
Yeah, Monster Energy pregame, don't get phased. 0-4 versus Toronto and New York in series 1-5 at S&Ds versus the top 4 teams. I will say, you know, for Atlanta FaZe, Abizi, this has been an off stage for him overall, especially in hardpoint. Lower in damage, he's second lowest on the team in terms of engagement, something you don't really expect out of him. But when they did go up against New York, he fried. He had the most damage on his team, and he had a 1.29. So Abizi in this matchup, seemingly really comfortable, could be the X factor. And then also for control, they have been unbelievable there. 3 players in the top 10 just been lighting it up.
One of the best attacking teams that we've seen, and of course known to get that final defense to clutch up on maps like Invasion. But Invasion isn't in the mix today. We're going to High Rise for game 3. Allie breaking down the numbers. Who has the statistical edge here?
I gotta go with New York Subliners. They love this map set. I'm looking at the High Rise control, and automatically I'm worried for Atlanta because New York is second overall in the league in attack. And not only that, Hydra has been a different beast when it comes to this map mode combination.
Yeah, you know, looking at this series, New York, they're 12-1 on this map set combined. Throughout this split, they feel extremely comfortable. If you're New York, you like it.
Let's take a look at our Scuff maps and modes, and of course, our Scuff pick'ems. Nameless, we were so close, but it was Allie catching up. She is now just 2 matches back, so that means Allie has to go first. Allie, who are you picking in this one?
Actually, I think I'm only 1 now from you. You're 2 matches
Whatever.
back. I don't think I'm gonna catch up anymore here, because I'm sure we're all gonna go New York Subliners.
You're going Subliners.
Atlanta FaZe.
Going Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe.
He's feeling it today, and I am going with the Subliners. I had him to win the whole event. Merc agreed. Let's see what they get done right now. Guy Blaze, it's all you, my guy.
Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Miami, I am so excited for this one, as it's time to light up this stage in yellow and red for an inferno of a matchup for this winners round 2. Now, the first squad coming out, stand clear for the New York Subliners. Here comes Kismet, Sib, Skies, and Hydra. The New York Subliners ready to get it done.
New York has been hitting their stride. The newest addition, Sib, has been crying in Respawn throughout this split. He's been unbelievable on hardpoint, putting up so much damage, and everybody around him in Search and Destroy as well has been putting down work. There's a reason that they went 6-1, and they're trying to prove it on that stage. They've been there before, all the way in a championship, but so have their opponents. Let's bring them out, guy.
Yeah, it's time to bring out them demons from Atlanta who ain't ready to play no games and get this victory. Make some noise for Atlanta FaZe! Here comes Salium, Sim, Abizi, and Draza, ready to FaZe up into a victory. Atlanta FaZe.
A tale as old as time is New York going up against Atlanta FaZe, and for the first time in a long time, it's been Atlanta on the back foot. Now is an opportunity to catch up. They had a stressful Game 5 versus LA Thieves, but now, being the first in the building today, are looking to play their first match up against New York. It's time to see if they can lock it up, Blaze.
It's time to see if they can lock it up. Miami, our first series was great. You ready for another one? Merc, Maven, let's get the ball going.
Here we go. Time to get it started. We got a fantastic match. I'm feeling very sexy, Joe, and ready for a fantastic match. This one went the whole way last time. I have a full matching ensemble. These are shorts.
Yep.
A little bit thigh, a little bit thigh.
Yeah, you look like an absolute moron. But
thank you, Joe.
Why we love you. Honestly, it looks like the remake of Malibu's Most Wanted is about to come out, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's basically what it looks like. But focus now to the match. This one, yeah, went the distance. We expect this to be a match of heavy hitters. These next two, really. Yeah. It's your top four. The Battle of the Titans. This should be absolutely sensational. What are your kind of opening thoughts about this matchup of these two teams?
Well, I think when you look at the map set, it's a little bit different than what they played online. You have Terminal S&D coming into play, which may surprise some people, right? Because New York has been so strong there.
Very good.
And then even for New York, because they lost Skid Row versus Boston, a couple of days ago, they opt to go for Rio, which is a great map for Atlanta FaZe. So there are some map, just sort of question marks here. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, just one of those things where if you look at just the stats, you're like, maybe why didn't you pick this? But yeah, recency, scrims, all sorts of things that can come into play for this. But it's time to get it going. What a great start to day 3. That last series, one of the best on the year. An absolute nail biter. We hope to continue with some incredible action here going forward as New York FaZe get ready to rock and roll, starting it off on Rio. An absolute banger in that first match on Rio, too.
And you can see right there, both teams undefeated. Atlanta FaZe 3-0, Subliners 1-0. Someone didn't walk away with their first loss. Someone didn't stay undefeated. And here we go. Who's going to make it to our winners final?
A battle for a guaranteed top 3. They go the distance. Last time it's a Abizi. Mr. First Blood, Mr. Opener, cracking them wide open with a triple, and not all 4 is Sib. Able to pick it up from there, but due to the play from Abizi, you get a nice setup here early as Draza gets it going as well.
Yeah, I think this is important for Draza, right? Didn't have the best series versus LA Thieves, picked it up really on the second half, but he knows he's got to play better, and he has throughout Major 2 qualifiers, so he finds a nice double, but you get to flip if you're FaZe. You have 25 seconds, you're getting more and more, so this is the best start you could ask for.
Yeah, I think one of the questions maybe with FaZe recently is, I don't know, were they guilty maybe of playing down to their competition a little bit in some of these recent series? Will they turn it up when they're playing like a team like New York, or are they just flat out vulnerable right now? All this we will find out pretty soon, I am sure. But rotation up, next hard point there. P2 locked and loaded for Atlanta FaZe. Is they've got the spawns, they've got the control, pressure on New York to try and break.
Yeah, they're gonna go Hydra with his first kill of the map, but that's gonna start the push. But Abizi is locked in, finds a double. He's up to 7 and 4. So a great start here. Now you see where Celium is so far pushed up inside of Garage, just taking down 2. And this is what teams are getting better at, controlling this P2, pushing out, layering the map, making this so difficult to break.
And I think if there's anyone you don't want to allow to get going, like if you're in New York, you do not want Abizi to get going early. Listen, he's been a little up and down at times of this title, but when he is on one, when he is winning entries, the game becomes very easy for FaZe.
And again, finding the flip when they want it. You're giving up the good spawns if you were Atlanta FaZe, but you're setting up for P3. 10 seconds left. You're finally getting inside of this P2 hill. Perfect hard point so far here for FaZe. Can they keep it up? A couple of players do spawn out though. So now it's on Abizi to recognize this. All his teammates are dead. So you do a good job if you are subliners responding and now putting the pressure on.
Yeah, Flip, maybe it's a little bit too early if you're FaZe. is you can't hold it long enough to set up for next, but Abizi is just sort of waiting, lurking, waiting to find the timing and the pounce when the rest of his teammates are ready to get forward, but it's Hydra that maybe starts things. Now Abizi's going to get ready to go. The pinch is coming through, trying to find the openers. Draza takes down one. It'll be Abizi that then gets the second. So, and finessing his life. Not able to get away though because the stun.
Yeah, he plays his life, but as soon as he gives up that spot, starts to push on forward, the back spawns open up. So New York, the players off spawn, they spawn up close, able to layer on in. But I think, you break that hill up if you are Atlanta FaZe for New York. You find some time. Now you're down only around 40 and on rotation, which New York is so good at. Our #1 rotating team in the league. They're going to be set up at B4.
Well, to B4, we get ready to go. You claw back a bit if you're subliners. Now a chance to really answer, maybe get a lead change if you can get a solid hold here. One lurking towards mid. That's going to be Sib. Then maybe you can play the disruptor. But here we go. You're getting close and personal real fast if you are FaZe. The flank coming through, though. It's Sib with a chance to break this up. Doesn't finish the first. Checks the wrong corner for the second. So still a presence here if you are FaZe. It's Draza with 2.
Yeah, he's able to stay alive inside of boxes was Draza. There was a lot happening on the map just based on those pinches. But behind Draza's 2, locking down boxes, and he's able to find a third Sib off the spawn. So he's going massive for his team. That is where the push starts. He's on 5 in a row. It's Draza. Celium now inbound. Showing a little extra love, which you know he likes to do. There is the break for FaZe.
Yeah, he said, I'm just shooting everybody's body now. It's basically where he's at currently. His Simp is sending it forward with a multi, but we'll keep an eye on Draza. There it is, number 6. He's able to get that cruise, stuff that in the back pocket, and you're doubling up your opponent now. Looking at a 120-60-ish advantage, but another chance for subliners early, but an early presence here, and an opener from Draws once again. Streak now up to 7, surviving in the pocket and looking to pounce. Over the top he goes, streak up to 8 before he finally drops.
Yeah, you had Kiz and Hydra just kind of roaming around middle of the map. They weren't exactly sure if they wanted to pinch or not, so they decided to go back to top bridge, but they are cut down. So another break comes through for Atlanta FaZe. You don't see this often. Hydra, a slow start here, 6 and 13, able to find one. Make it 2 headshots in a row. Maybe they get going. Almost snaps onto a third, but Celium, he's going to win those. As well, they're just trying to fight their way back into the game.
Probably another reason you really don't want Abizi to get going early. Going to make somebody's like Hydra's job a little bit more difficult, but it's Simp now looking to pounce, getting the angle, taking the fight, but not quite finishing off the second. So lead still hovering around that 60-point advantage with 10 seconds left to go here as we get ready to get back and into our second set of rotations. Joe, what are your biggest takeaways throughout that first set?
Well, I mean, I think just the first couple of hills for FaZe were perfect. And then, it could have got a lot worse for New York, but they were able to bounce back. But the break there at P5, I think that's the difference maker for Atlanta FaZe right now, why they hold this a large lead. You had a couple of chances if you were subliners, maybe to tie the game up, but the breaks are on point. I mean, you just look at the slang right now. Dries leading the way, trying to find number 20. He still has the cruise. When is that going to come into play? But it feels like he is locked in. This is a great start here for Atlanta.
Listen, even though he had like a 9 and 27 like triple negative map, he still had like a 0.85 and was right there on the damage watch with the rest of the team. Like, he still battled back, so he can be resilient. He can show what he's capable here as he's plus 10 as well. But some solid time and maybe spawns currently for subliners for the next hard point. If you're Kismet, you're at least able to take out Abizi. Make sure they can't fly forward, but pushing through once again. It's going to be the pressure from Draws, trying to get the openers for them, make this staggered early on, set things up maybe for Simp to make a play.
Yeah, and then Sim now just playing his life. When does that cruise come into play? Sim, though, he's going to be on the cop car position. Nobody in the time for now. It's sort of a battle over this position. Sib into the hill, and maybe that's when you use the cruise. So we see this, but look at Kismet, number 1. He's going to find him inside. There is a quick trade, so you still have the cruise inbound, finds a teammate. It's a little messy, but it will lead to a break and control for FaZe.
Yeah, first I thought, I was like, what a read. I thought he was picking a mid for the push coming through, but no, it's to get mid and call the streak. But you survive it, you find a flurry of kills behind that now, and Celium, he's on 3 in a row. You're pushing this lead out once again as it's gotten up to 80. Simp trying to push out Garage Side, maybe get forward, and awkward timing there as he will drop, but this is great time on a P2 that can be tough to find it.
Yeah, again, what FaZe is doing here, getting a player out garage, other teams need to try to copy. I'm sure they try to, but they have done it so well here on the main stage to start the day. Now still that 90-point lead on rotation. You will have Kiz all the way in the back corner. On the hill will be Civ. So a nice setup here, but it's been the FaZe breaks. Can New York cash in on an early setup?
Cell shooting bodies again.
We'll see if they can do it. Cell still showing love. And now trying to track back Simp with the opener, trying to give them numbers. Simp and Hydra and Kismet all able to find kills. You needed that wave. You needed it desperately. As you said, you got to get time here if you are subliners. But it's FaZe looking to go for the jugular, close this one out, take advantage in this best of 5 to the comms now with Atlanta FaZe.
Market 2 spawn on your truck.
Yo, I can come in. Oh, give me time.
We should have I'm going around. Push up ramp. Stand around. I'm trying to hit. Yo, he's gone. Drop the nade. Zig, one shot Zig. How do you see Caesar too?
Zig is going middle. I'm gonna play position. Yo, let's hit ult. Push out. I'm nading ult.
Nice.
He's stunned. I'm watch out. One shot. He's absolutely.
You're watch out. Absolutely.
Zig still. Yo, let's take your time on this break.
Yeah. I'll bear.
Okay, you actually double play our side.
I'll bear there.
Okay. You want to go through?
Let's go, Zig.
I'm holding her. Fuck it.
Honestly, during the listen in is where you come roaring back if you are subliners now down 30, and you kind of heard them on FaZe like, let's slow it down, really set up this break as they're trying to get forward, get through to the hard point. Nobody in for now. It looks to be efficient trades across the board. Not many left around the hard point. One player left, and Draza able to clear him out of it. A snapback from Draza gets him to 6. Another cruise now to use. As Draws is lighting up the map. 34 and 19 out of big draws.
Yeah, it feels like they needed this because Kismet really got going. He's on a 30 bomb. He hits a P3 and P4 sort of combo to get New York back into the game. Only down 30 now is Atlanta FaZe with the extra crews to work with. This is exactly what you want to see from Draza. Really starting to take over. Celium now cutting him down from up top bridge.
No, he just bailed them out. It felt like it was unraveling, right? Like wheels coming off, they're starting to struggle. Then Draws a brilliant individual moment. One away from streaks is Cell. You already have one to work with if you are Draws. Simp is making plays, finessing his life. Will hop away from Cell for now as no gunfight looming for him to get that final kill for the streak. But you're in the point, you're set up, you've got mid-map control. Can you hold? Simp now on 4 in a row. Everybody from FaZe finding their moment to erupt and take over, but New York get through on the break. It's the Bulldog and Kiz able to get 2, but you answer right back if you are FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, Kiz has really been the only one finding those multi-kills for New York. 3 seconds away is Atlanta FaZe, trying to stay undefeated up to 5-0 on this Rio hardpoint. Kismet stays alive, though. He's keeping this game going for now.
He's trying. He's been the guy to do it, but that will seal it. FaZe start hot. Finish strong, but it is Draws that goes nuclear in map 1.
Well, this is what we saw with this map set, right? You know, not taking Skid Row. That is what they beat them online. It was open. The one map that they did not pick, they opt to go for Rio, and you can just see how strong Atlanta FaZe is. And I think, I mean, listen, New York, they just start out a bit slow. When you look at these stats, it's really Kiz who, you know, was popping off, making plays, going on sprees, the multi-kills going his way. It was just a little bit too late.
Yeah, and no, you said like that 4 and 5, it starts to get a little bit scary. They start to bring it back if you are New York subliners, but Draza, moment after moment, going huge. 6,026 damage. 35 and 23, 24 non-traded. Just a brilliant map. I think, you know, it was a strong start from Abizi. You had some big multi-kills late from Simp, some nice stretches from Sally. Everyone had a good big moment, but Draws is the one that stands out, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, he bailed him out with that last streak.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, over towards P5, because you were set up if you are subliners, but it's a multi-kill. He pushes forward, able to read the spawns, finds the rival. The MCW was doing it with everything, but it was a great start for Atlanta FaZe. They kept that lead. They held on to it. It did get a bit scary through the second set of rotations,
For sure.
but they were able to hang on. And yeah, sometimes it's just an individual play that bails you out.
Well, as my good buddy Sam LaRue said, you know, weeks and weeks ago, like, it was what, after Rocker beat Ultra on Rio, Rocker beat Optic on Rio, he's like, no one's playing them. FaZe will keep playing it, though, because they look solid. They come in and kind of smash them, make it look easy. Like, they are a very good Rio team, so maybe it bites you a bit here, but it's going to be a tough choice. It always is. When you're teams like this that both have wide map pools, you're picking your poison sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else may challenge them on this map the rest of the weekend. We'll see. We'll see if that keeps up. But yeah, you just see, I mean, anytime you get a fast-paced map like this for Atlanta FaZe, they're going to be good at it. And this was sort of that ending moment where you get Cell up top bridge. He goes on another spree. Simp with some great plays, great finesse, avoiding the stuns, playing his life. But the struggles for FaZe versus New York has been in the S&Ds. That's what we saw. They lost both of them last time they matched up.
No, it certainly has been. We'll get ready for the surge, but during the listening, it was a little tough for me to hear it, honestly, at times as the crowd was going when New York was rallying back, but a few things, like, you know, you heard some frustration, but dude, I love how BZ, sort of his, like, we need to slow down, was like, I'm going the whole way around. Like, you kind of heard, I'm going to take a route, basically. And then just the final line before we came out, take our time. We need a break. They saw it getting away from them. And sometimes I think in hardpoint for these guys, last year especially, the late game moments like that, they didn't take a breath. They let it get away from them. All those close games they lost over these past couple of years.
Yeah, it's just you probably don't want to have to make a crazy play from Draza.
No, you probably don't,
you probably want to rotate there earlier and get a setup in, but it doesn't really matter. They get the victory in map 1. But now's where it gets interesting. Terminal S&D, similar to the map 1 choice here for New York. For FaZe, it's like you have something planned because New York, they are the specialists when it comes to Terminal S&D. They're undefeated on this map.
Has there been anything specifically about them you think kind of separates them from the rest of the pack where they've been so good on this map?
I mean, their retakes, right? Just their defenses, how well they play it. I mean, Kiz and Hydra here, this is where they really do shine, especially Kismet. We saw it the first day versus Boston.
That 1v3, right?
Yeah, I mean, the guy has all the reads, but I just think you talk about the retakes. They're all about it. They'll give up map control, take the 4-on-4.
Well, we'll see how the retakes go for him in this one. Yeah, you're definitely wanting to get a little bit of revenge here, maybe in the search of your FaZe. I mean, CDL over the course of the 5 years, more often than not, I feel like they've been considered the best search team. Yeah, there's been some lulls, some poor stretches, but you know, you lost both. I'm sure they're wanting to get one back if they can, but you've just been so good. If you are subliners, it's been their bread and butter and looking to keep it going.
Yeah, 9-2 throughout stage 2. FaZe's search on a couple of maps. I think really what you're looking at is a high rise in Invasion where start to fall off a little bit. I think you go 1-2 in both of those online, so those get a little bit worse, but you have such a deep map pool, still 7-4 solid for them. You see that conversion rate, 83%. For subliners, after they find that first blood, they're turning it into wins.
Well, we'll keep eyes on the first bloods. We'll get ready to head to the airport terminal coming up. We continue on in this best of 5, a wild day of action ahead of us. If the first series is any indicator, crowd is packed. We're building for some beautiful Call of Duty the rest of this weekend. We got 10 seconds left to go, and we're hopping right into this one. It's a winners round 2 match, fighting for top 3, a first and a winners bracket final. Here we go. Search and destroy up. As you talked about Kismet and his ability, you see the stats there from him. Can the Bulldog get going, or will the first blood lord in a BZ be the difference?
Yeah, you've only played this one time. If you are FaZe, you're sitting at 1-0, but it's obviously a map you veto a majority of the time. So the thinking is here, right? You've been working on this in scrims. You have something special planned for subliners, know how they like to play it.
Or I'm not playing high res anymore.
Yeah, there's that.
What are the two, I'm sure. But we'll see if they've got some secret sauce. It's Kismet in a position he can be so lethal, just playing for info, playing his life. There's the information. Now you have to make the adjustment and react if you are subliners. Number 7, deep security has to be Simp that's going to deal with the 2 that are trying to push through, but they're trying to double team him. Kismet dealing with the other 3 members of FaZe. So kind of a 2-on-1 on one side and the 3-on-2 here towards the side. Simp damaged in, is trying to finish it, but you buy enough time staying alive, then it leads to a kill. Abizi just laying on his belly.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. You buy enough time, and then Simp, he's able to find the players on the flank, and there we go.
So shooting bodies
Kind
again.
of waiting for it, but I just think you're hoping, if you're Simp, you know as soon as you start shooting, you got to get out. Give your team the life advantage. Instead, it takes so long, that gunfight, to find where Abizi was, to hit the wall bang where there's an easy trade.
It just looked like awkward from his POV, where it's like, I don't want to be here anymore, but I got to finish
Well,
it.
it's just one of those situations where you're ready for the next kind of movement, right? You know you're trying to get out.
Yep.
Just thinking a step ahead, and that costs him.
It certainly ends up costing him. Cell, nice run out of him with 2. Great job from Simp kind of staying alive when he was about to get 2-on-1 too. The security push through. Watching the B-side defense for now. 2-2 split and set up for FaZe, and spreading out right now as subliners for information or a pick, and the pick comes through. It's Simp, able to drop 1.
Yeah, a bit of an off angle there. We've seen them use that spot. Hydra likes to use it, you know, watching the flank, waiting for the pinch, but it turns into a first blood. Cell trying to even things up. But Sib is ready for it, ready for the next gunfight. Maybe behind that with how weak he is, but he's ready for both. Sib doing such a good job while that's going on. They're going to get active playing side because they have info. They know there's just one player on the opposite side of the map, going to be Draza for now.
Draza lurking underneath for now, but everybody here, he's got 3 players this side to deal with. Backing up to get to the action will be Sib.
Draza's starting to get
planted. Draza gets in. He's finally able to pounce, and being the low man here, he's being massive. He's able to get 2. It's looking like Respawn all of a sudden as he's making the plays, but suddenly it is Cell. Last alive. 20 to go. But you got to get this bomb planted, and Cell's going to spot. Get the rips in, but can't finish it. So it looks like this plant's going to be going through. He just doesn't know where the other player is. Now he does.
Yeah, now he does. Now he's going to God. Tries to use the movement to pop up, but Sib goes massive in this round to tie us up. I mean, Draza brings it back for FaZe, but the numbers were there.
Yeah, I mean, Sib's first blood, and then Cell was shouting him. Like, he kept just trying to push him back. And like, Sib's like, I'll give up 5 feet. I'll give up 5 feet. Once Simp kind of laid him out, just using the environment, is prone at the table. Cell's thinking maybe he's running away, he's going to catch him. Great job from Sib. First blood and playing his life immaculately.
Yeah, it really was just all Sib in that one. He finds 3 in the round and that first blood. FaZe, I mean, they almost had the timing. I think it was Hydra who was mid-haul. He wasn't watching the jet bridge, and that just allowed Draza to sneak on up, but they dealt with the damage. And this is kind of what I was talking about. They will just give up this beat bomb. Normally that doesn't happen though. Simp with the first blood. So now with bomb planted, it's not going to be equal numbers. A chance here for FaZe.
And that should be a kill here for a BC. Yeah, you get the information the second he shoots. You're lurking on the other side of the AC. You have massive numbers here, and they keep increasing. Is a big round and answer now from Simp.
Oh my!
It's 3 for him as he's shooting nukes. Quick answer to the massive round from Simp.
I mean, how many times have we watched subliners on this map, and you look at the top 3, who's the first man putting shots on the player's top SCs? It's normally Sib, right? Up top AC, putting shots in, maybe finding a pick. Instead, right off the break, Simp able to find the first blood. Saw Skies just trying to catch one, does not happen. So it's Simp on one side, Sib on the other with 4.
And Hydra human so far in this one. The map went a little slow to get going. 0-3 here, but at any moment, like a lightning strike, he can erupt and take over. We'll see when that moment may come. One of the best at lurking on this map, the plays through book he's capable of. But it's offense. And it's aggression right now from subliners. Simp on 3 in a row. He is holding. They're trying to shoulder it. I thought maybe he had a freebie at first.
The wall bang.
Wall bangs in, do 41 damage. Nate comes through. Can he take out 1? He's at least able to do that. Draws it from the back. Gets 1 as 2. So you gets 1 2. So you go 2 for 1 if you're Atlanta FaZe. You take that all day.
Yeah, but again, Simp finds another pick. You know, he's just lurking burger. So he turns this into a 2-on-2. Once again, such a huge play. Abizi though this time. He's just playing his life with the MCW. Back and forth we go. We aren't snaking, but we're definitely popping up and down as these players are going to reposition.
You can dance, Joe. You just can't
They've
dance
really
too
been
much.
doing that 1 to 2 pumps on the snake.
Sib,
I've noticed that a lot today.
1v2. 35 to go and working his way up. It'll be
so
Draws
should
and
get cut
Abizi
down.
trying to bring this back. Can you get out after the plant? Quick answer is no. Draws there. And another round to Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, just those first bloods. I mean, the fact that Simp's able to find one, he gets wallbanged, he gets stunned, but he just holds his ground. Has Draws looking over him. I thought for sure maybe they catch him repositioning, but does not happen.
Yeah, after he got hit for what, 40, 50 damage after the shoulders and the wall bang, the stun hits, like, I'm thinking he's probably not getting one. I'm hoping you get 1 or 2 if you're Draws, but yeah, the fact he's able to get a kill, huge in that scenario. Not fun, the gunfights when you're stunned. But 3-1 edge now. 5-1 for Draws. Great series from him so far after the massive map 1.
Yeah, it's been the first bloods here for FaZe on offense, leading the way. They're going to go right back up to B. This could be a very quick round. It's a 3-man stack for now for New York.
Trophy gone.
Sib climbing the ladder. Abizi finds the first shots. Now starts all the trades. And as you said, that trophy is gone. Another one takes its place. And well, Draza in the position, finessing, and there buys enough time. Celian looking over him.
Always one more player here for FaZe. They trade efficiently. You're into the 2v1 now on Kiz. A spectacular 1v3 on this map yesterday really turned the tides. And we thought, on Thursday when we thought they would be in trouble. Do you have another one here? He does not. Cut down on the cross. FaZe starting to roll in this map too.
Yeah, and they play that pretty, obviously you're very separate if you are Cell and Simp, but Cell doesn't overcommit. He repositions all the way back. Burger just kind of waiting for where Kismet wants to go. But Simp able to find him.
This is the same hole you saw yourself in, 1-4 against Boston. A little bit of a different team in talent and search and destroy when you talk about Atlanta FaZe, but you're very familiar with comebacks in this scenario. As much as 48 hours ago, can you do it again? Can you turn it on? The belief system's got to be there, but honestly, there's just no life out of anybody but Sib right now, really. Everyone's struggling. You need a round, you need one now. You got to get it done on offense. Is once again, they're working the triple hit towards A.
Yeah, you only have one player this time through, though. Will be Draws, and now maybe a reposition from Simp.
He's there quick, yeah.
There's those shoulders. Going to go for the Chow with Skies, but now it's going to be all about under the plane, but that's where Draws it does get found by Sib.
Yeah, he gets dropped. I'm guessing Simp was spotted as well, probably. Abizi now rallying over, so it'll be the Tiny Terrors kind of in position verse 3. Another big gunfight win there for Sib to give them huge numbers in this round. Good luck, yeah, between a rock and a hard place. I'm not sure how he's alive. Finally, he will fall Abizi alone, and you needed this one really bad. If you were in New York, you get it done.
I mean, Sib finding picks. Yeah. This is one of the better S&Ds we have seen from him just individually, where he is making plays by his lonesome. The push time and time again here for subliners is through the plane, but he's just been watching the flank, working Book and Burger, picking them apart.
He's got one of the cleaner shots in the game. Yeah, I mean, he's got the information. He's taking a one-on-one, even against the best in the world. Sib, good chance to win it, and he's doing that here. 7-4 now. Sensational map, but still rounds to claw back into this. Any more adjustments or anything maybe subliners need to do, you think, to get back in this?
I mean, it's just these first bloods, right? That's all it is. A FaZe, as soon as they find one, they know exactly where the rest will be. So
it's two good search teams capitalizing on what they should.
Yeah.
You've got a hard counter here. If you're subliners, it is basically everything with eyes towards A, playing a retake over towards B, and this is going to be an A hit for FaZe, so they're going to be headbutting here soon, and that's not the way you typically want to start it. Celium rips off Abizi's head, but Draws, you get fortunate, he brings it back to a 3v3.
Yeah, and he's ready for the next one. Draws it just so familiar with NYSL and how they want to play this, and after that, Cell finds both. From the team kill, and then it is all Atlanta FaZe. The ARs take over the round.
Not a lot of reps when you talk about the matches. The best search and destroy maybe for New York. You said they probably came in prepped. It's looking that way, Joe.
I mean, that's the only reason why they picked it. I'm like sitting here, all right, we're playing Terminal. You don't see that very often for FaZe.
Tells you something. Like, they feel good about it. And, yeah, lots of VOD to go over of subliners, and they are making it work. Draws and Cell get all in the round. One more round. Match point here for Atlanta FaZe. Back to the defensive setup with 2 players over at A. It'll be Draws and Sim working together.
You know, if I'm a Beast and Cell here, it's just sort of either chow this together or don't get picked apart by Sib. It's the only rounds that they have won. Is that man kind of carrying the way? Back to this same setup. Sky's Kiz starting to work over towards A.
Yeah, he's got more than the other 3 combined.
Well, you do have a timing here from Kismet. Did he get spotted? It looks like he did. So I think his Cell was coming down the SCs. He's going to get found out. They're ready for him. First blood for Draws.
Draws continues to have a series taken over in this search.
I mean, 1 second quicker and he's fine, but Cellium was rotating bottom, just able to spot him.
Just a game of angles and line of sight, and yep, the spot turns into a first blood. They've been capitalizing on the first blood. Just got to do it one more time, and this map is done. Cell, more information as he spots Hydra. That'll lead to the kill then for Abizi. The information game has been all advantage for Atlanta FaZe. Draws tacks on another. Sid, the hero, left alone, but can't do it. And Cell, I know that's a little bit of extra love. That's all my ammunition love. Oh, now he's sticking his gun in him.
Well, he's just spanking him.
Oh, yeah, a little spank. Naughty boy. I mean, he was shooting well.
But there we go. Atlanta FaZe in control of the series, up 2-0.
They're still trying to get Joe's attention. I realize you guys weren't in the same shirt. Joe,
Got great style.
Looking good. That's true. That's true.
Hopefully there's someone out there who's bought this outfit as well.
Probably not in the whole world. Joe might be the only one that... No, I'm a native Florida man, Joe.
Yep.
Wrestling alligators by day and commentating by night. But what a map there. Draws is having a series. 10-4, leads the way in damage. Map 1 was incredible. His mentions on Thursday were, listen, you know how it's going to be. He's got a loud mouth. He's always going to get it, but times when he needs to back up his game, he's doing it right now.
No, it's really it. And I think if you look at sort of stage 1 and the way he played Surge, probably wasn't happy about it, right? But I mean, this is what we were excited for when Draws was added to this team, because there's those rounds when Cell gets the team kill and Draws is like, screw it. Like, I'm going to jump out and get the next kill on the Kiz. I'm going to have a great idea where that next challenge is coming from. Just his ability, his grind to this game where he knows exactly every single situation. You're starting to see it here.
No, I mean, the big thing was the bailout and the hard point. It's a couple round bailout you're able to do. He almost had the other one earlier in the game where he got 2 that almost bailed him out of a round. It's been some spectacular stuff so far for Draza and Atlanta FaZe. You're up 2-0. Last time they played, though, we went the entire distance to a map 5. New York now, world champs from last year, have got to show their resilience. If they look to fight back, get this crowd riled up and make a run, or the FaZe end it now. We get to the map 3 after this quick break.